Hello everyone and welcome to the Flowing Minds channel. Today we're going to dive into the fascinating world of symbiosis, the ultimate friendship goals in the animal kingdom. Today we're going to explore the four main types of symbiosis: mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, and competition. We're also going to learn about how some symbiotic relationships can be healthy and beneficial for all, while others can be toxic and harmful. Some of these relationships are taking place in and on you right this very second. From the dust mites cleaning the dead skin off of your face to the bacteria aiding in your digestion, symbiotic relationships are happening everywhere, not just in nature. Okay, let's jump into the video and learn all about these exciting interactions between species.
Ever wonder why clownfish hang out in sea anemones? It's not just for fun, it's a symbiotic relationship. These partnerships in nature are like the ultimate friendship goals. Take the oxpecker birds and rhinos. The birds get a free meal by eating ticks off the rhino's back, while the rhino gets a spa day. It's a win-win. Or how about the mind-blowing team-up between fungi and trees? They swap nutrients through underground networks, creating a forest internet. But not all symbiosis is friendly. Some are parasitic, like the creepy cordyceps fungus that turns ants into zombies. Nature's full of these wild collaborations, proving that sometimes two species are better than one.
Hey there, nature lovers. Ever wonder how different species team up to survive? Let's talk mutualism. It's like nature's ultimate partnership where both species benefit. There are three main types: obligate, where they can't survive without each other; facultative, where they can live apart but thrive together; and symbiotic, where they physically live on each other. Think clownfish and sea anemones. That's obligate mutualism in action. Now, these relationships are ecosystem superheroes. They boost biodiversity, help species adapt, and keep everything in balance. Pollination? That's mutualism at work. Without it, our food chain would collapse. So next time you see a bee on a flower, remember, you're watching a tiny mutualistic miracle that keeps our world spinning.
Nature's secret roommates are commensal relationships, where one organism benefits while the other is unaffected. Some examples of commensal relationships in nature include remora fish hitching rides on sharks, mites living in eyebrows, and orchids growing on trees. These freeloaders in nature may not pay rent, but they're not causing trouble either.
Competition symbiotic relationships are when both organisms are in constant competition with each other. This constant competition makes surviving and thriving hard for both species. Competition symbiosis doesn't occur only in nature. For instance, competitive symbiosis drives the rivalry between iPhone and Android. They are constantly trying to one-up each other. And while this is benefiting for consumers with better phones, apps, and innovation, it's also creating a costly competition for both companies. An example of symbiosis in nature is the lion and the leopard. Both species prey on the same food supply, making surviving and reproduction hard for both. Competition symbiosis most often ends up a win-lose relationship where one or both end up suffering.
Parasitic relationships are when one organism benefits while the other suffers. But not all symbiotic relationships are bad. Some are mutually beneficial, like clownfish and sea anemones, while others are commensal, where one benefits and the other is unaffected. Humans having parasitic relationships with some insects like mosquitoes, and animals having parasitic relationships with the fleas that choose their fur and flesh as food and shelter are perfect examples of parasitic relationships where one benefits from the other while the other is harmed. Nature's relationships can suck or rock, but at least you're not a host to a parasitic flatworm.
Wow, we've covered some fascinating symbiotic relationships today, but I bet there are even more out there. Can you think of any we haven't discussed? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your insights. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into nature's partnerships, why not dive into more knowledge? Check out our teaching resources available at the Flowing Minds store. This video is aligned to go with our North American butterfly unit that touches on symbiotic relationships. Stop by and grab some freebies, read the blog post, or grab a recipe. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the grand ecosystem of life, we're all connected. Stay curious, my friends.